All right, season 2, episode 14. Die hand.
This is
Verletzt.
Isn't it
Let's
D?
Or D?
D Hand?
D Hand?
D
Verletzt.
Verletzt.
Something?
Verletzt?
Do they even say it? Verletzt? It's a pretzel? Pretzel Verletzt?
Die pretzel.
Die pretzel?
I can't pronounce anything in German.
Die hand?
Die hand, die pretzel. I think it's D.
I have no freaking idea. Did they say it in the episode?
I think they do.
Okay.
I think it's in the chant. I think it's in the chant.
That's what they're saying?
I think.
Okay.
I'm not positive, but they speak German. I know that much.
This episode is lame. This is a lame episode.
Oh, you thought it was lame? I got Buffy the Vampire Slayer vibes from this episode.
100%.
It's because it's
100%.
it's because it's a high school and like the teachers are all.
Well, they had an episode like this in Buffy.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it made me feel like Buffy the Vampire Slayer, but darker in some ways.
This is like, just a silly episode, and
it's dark though. It's actually pretty dark with the daughter.
Yeah, but she makes that all up.
No, she doesn't though. She doesn't make it up. They like hypnotize her to think that what happened didn't happen. They didn't like rape her or impregnate her or do anything like that, but they involved her in rituals.
Yeah.
So, but the fact is that the hypnotism didn't work. So she's like, Gesundheit.
Sorry.
That's German. She's believing something that didn't happen, but it's still real to her. So like she has that all in her head, like she's clearly emotionally affected by it.
Yeah.
And then the evil science teacher kills her.
Yeah, no,
That's sad.
I don't know why she gets killed. That's the only thing I can't work out in this, because I guess because she was involved with the cult, right? Because she's like a sleeper agent for the cult later on. But she's like trying to eradicate them.
This lady, doesn't she, the science teacher, evil lady?
Yeah.
She also kills those kids in the woods. Or the one kid. Isn't there one kid that dies? Or is it all three of them?
No, just one.
It's just one.
I think.
Or all four. It's just the one? Well, she kills Sam, though, right? Like, 'cause she comes up and... I don't know. I thought...
You were on your phone a lot during this episode.
During this one?
I'm going to tell you that right now, miss. You liked the episode and I didn't. How would you know?
Okay.
She's been on her phone a lot through these episodes. I'm gonna throw you under the bus here. We got to get you off your phone for these. Because we both need to be much more on the ball when we're talking about these things. Because, there are things in here that I'm, like, misremembering or, like, confused on. That I feel like if maybe we were both paying better attention.
Yeah, both.
We could correct each other. Like,
both.
There's certain things that happen, and we look to each other to be like, wait, what was it again? Because we watched, like, 8 episodes in a row. Yeah. And I was like, when this was at the end of the night, and I just jumped right into another thing, and this was a couple days ago, and it just is what it is. But I don't know. When I start to check out of an episode, when I find it to be silly, I do stop paying attention to all the details. Yeah. And I'm really just like, focusing in on Mulder and Scully and what's going on with them and their lines and their chemistry and all of that stuff. And that's like what I focus on. When it's the stuff I'm enjoying, I'm like really dialed in and I really focus on every little detail. And that's what happens in every movie and every show I watch. Yeah. It doesn't make for an interesting discussion when I'm not paying attention to every single solitary little thing. But it is what it is. Anyway. And I mean, there's all sorts of little, like, supernatural kind of things going on here. The direction of the water is spinning in the wrong direction when Mulder is drinking out of the water fountain. When's the last time you drank out of a water fountain?
Probably. Well, actually, I feel like I did it somewhat recently, but it was just like a quick little drink. But did I hit record?
Yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. I like suddenly thought I didn't.
No, you're good.
Yeah, water fountains are something I mostly associate with school.
Yeah. I tell you right now, if I'm a teacher and I have a bunch of white paper to grade, I'm not going to open my drawer. I'm not going to keep body parts in my drawer, A. B, I'm not going to lay the fresh white paper on top of the bloody organs that's going to seep through to every paper. How am I going to give those tests back to them graded? if they are covered in blood.
I thought that was really funny that she just opens a drawer and there's just like a heart.
And eyes.
And eyeballs just sitting there.
It was
really funny.
You have like murders being investigated by cops and stuff, and you're keeping body parts in your classroom.
She's not a human, though. She's like not human. So that's why. She just doesn't even think.
So she's demons or idiots?
Yeah. No, she's just like, it doesn't matter.
I don't care. I can kill them all. She can, I mean, she's like,
so what do we,
she does like voodoo.
What do we think happened? So does she do voodoo on, so in that classroom, they have a giant snake, like a boa constrictor.
Yeah. That eats an entire human.
In like 5 seconds.
In 5 seconds, and then shits him out, his bones, like 10 minutes later, and then sheds its skin.
The tank that they have that snake in is ridiculously small. It's literally like the size of our kitchen table. It cannot move.
It became the anaconda from the freaking Jennifer Lopez movie. Anaconda is like this big, like this wide.
Body, yeah.
Yeah.
So
like, what?
Does she uses voodoo and controls the snake, or does she become the snake?
She uses voodoo to connect with it. Yeah, to control everything. She makes them all blow their own heads off.
Well, yeah, I know that much. I just wasn't sure.
Another episode where Mulder and Scully almost die.
Yes.
Scully almost died in the last episode.
Yeah.
And she almost dies in half the episodes.
It's a dangerous job.
It's a dangerous job, but they, typically cops don't almost die every case. That's not, but they're not dealing with the X-Files.
X-Files, yeah, that can happen.
That's true.
So
that's true.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I like I don't like the performance of the main evil girl though. I think her performance is overly.
It's very over the top.
Yes.
Yeah. Like when when she's like, when the daughter is having a hard time with the fetal pig and she like runs out screaming or something after.
And she doesn't even react.
No, she like smiles kind of. Like she's just like, she looks so evil.
Way to blend in.
Looks so evil. When everybody in class would be like looking at the teacher like.
Yeah, like what are you going to do about it?
What are you going to do? And she's just looking so suspicious. Like high key sus.
Well, when you have heart and eyeballs in your drawer, I don't think you're like trying to hide.
She's not. That's what I was saying.
She might as well have just been like.
That's what I was saying. Yeah.
Just out loud.
But then when she's talking to her, she's like, "It's okay. Like this happens like one every year." She's like very like sweet and understanding with her. So it is funny that she can blend in, but then we see her a lot of the time being very obviously different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think it's silly. The story that the girl tells, I think, is like. This is, I think, an actual, account that was proved to be falsified. I thought this was, like, an urban legend story where, like, the woman said she was, like, raped by her parents who were a cult and they were, like, forcing her to have babies. This isn't the first time I've heard it in a movie either. And I feel like my memory of that is that's, like, a urban legend, but
that would make sense.
Does that make? I mean, is it possible that people were doing this? Sure. I mean,
yeah, I'm sure.
There's so many awful things in history that it's like,
yeah.
I mean, it's not that. Although I did write becomes snake, eats him whole. I don't know. Does she become the snake?
Her eyes turn into the snake.
Oh,
right,
eyes. Right.
That's why I was
Thank
asking if she became
does
the snake.
No,
but I think
she
does.
Think you're right. She voodoos him, and when she does, she has his eyes.
Yeah,
that's right. Thank you.
The eyes are scary.
That's what you're here for. You weren't not looking at your phone for that one.
The eyes are scary. I actually thought that the contacts looked really freaky on her, and like she's got like really wide eyes and stuff. I was like, I don't like that.
Why would she help Mulder and Scully? Why wouldn't she let them shoot them and then make them shoot themselves?
I don't know.
Because they wouldn't even investigate her if that was the case. Because then it would just be like they killed the FBI agents who now, close up that, loophole. And then make the gun, they turn the guns on themselves. It's a murder-suicide.
Yeah.
Really clean. But leaving the FBI agents alive just exposes her. She could have, stayed with the school.
Yeah.
had she just allowed them to kill Mulder and Scully. So why she helps them and why she kills the girl, I don't got an answer.
I don't think she wanted to stay at the school though, because like they said too when they were like talking to the teachers and stuff, they're like, nobody here like remembers when she was hired or like anything. Like she just shows up.
Yeah.
So I don't think she was ever planning on staying long. I don't know though. I think the ending of like it was good working with you or whatever she leaves on the chalkboard. I was like, what?
Yeah. Like, she already knows who they are.
Yeah. I was kind of confused by that for sure. I don't know. It's definitely a sillier episode for sure. It's not one of the more serious ones, but there were like, I think it's really sad that the daughter dies. And, I thought she did a really good job with like her performance when she's telling that story.
Because she's not like a vigilante.
No.
Who's like taking them out because they're evil, because she kills that girl for no reason.
It's kind of like you said, just because they're a part of that cult and they're doing stuff with this like magics that they, like she doesn't want them to do.
But the girl shouldn't be involved.
I agree. I don't know. I think she
makes her slit her own wrists.
Yeah. I don't know. I'll have an explanation for it.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Anyway. All right. Well, that wasn't, not a fave episode. But,
no, not a fave, but...
And that's all we watched this week. We watched more, but it was episodes I'd already covered. And until next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, die hand.
Die pretzel.
Die pretzel. All right, guys.
Bye.